Eddsworld. Sorry, whose world is it? Eddsworld.
So I'm sure you internet monsters know what Newgrounds is, and if you don't, you're probably younger than the right age to watch my videos. So get out, Newgrounds is basically 1999 to 2004 YouTube, but it was a place for creators to put their amazing animations or games on the website, and most of you newbies or younger fellows know this website from Friday Night Funkin', a new music game that is totally not popular. Why would you even think? Anyways, where were we? Oh yeah, Newgrounds. And there was made classics like Madness Combat, Salad Fingers, Pico School Day. What are we talking about today? Eddsworld. Eddsworld has been the most interesting thing on Newgrounds, and for me, that's because this show started with a 50-year-old comic sans thing. I don't even know. With like probably no motive but to inspire people and make content on Newgrounds. But now it is the biggest internet show, and some would say the best, in my opinion. If you haven't seen the show, you're watching it in 2021. Don't watch the old videos because some of the jokes have not aged well, and they're not that good. I've been a real Eddsworld fan for quite some time, and I really enjoy this show a lot, and I'll get into that right now. So what am I
feel evil, haunted, controlled.
Starting out with the classical era, we're gonna go with the designs. One of the best things about Eddsworld has to be the character designs. I'm not gonna go on with who the characters are. It's pretty simple. You have Ed, Tom, Matt, and Addict. It's simple and it's really easy to tell who's which. Ed has the green hoodie, Matt has the purple hoodie and the green overcoat, also a square head, and Tom has a blue hoodie. And one of the best things about Tom, his black eyes. And Addict has the red hoodie. Basic but so recognizable. And a lot of people say that more detailed and cooler designs are better, but no characters don't need to have so much detail and super cool, Iron Man. You don't need to go on that level. It looks cool. I like it basic and simple and recognizable. That's what I love about this. And if you look at the characters without their colors, sure, you still got the hairstyles and the facial expressions and the face shapes, but they're not the same without their colored, hoodies. I'm an idiot. But yeah, on to the classical era, or some people say Newgrounds era and the classical era. So this is the era when Ed Gold worked and animated this show. And basically this is where the show started. I don't have a lot to say about this, but I have some interesting things to say. First, I want to say that this was animated by one person, being Ed Gold. You know, the guy who started this show and who's the creator. I'm really impressed on how much the animation has changed and how it looks. This goes back to the designs, but if you have to animate all by yourself, then hell, you're going to need basic characters so you can draw them and make them over and over and over again each episode on Adobe Flash. That's crazy to think Ed Gold, battling cancer, was able to do that for 6 years. And during the years Hello and Ruined, that's when Eddsworld started becoming what fans loved, and when some people would say the classical era really started, and everything before that was just, the Newgrounds era. That's what they call it, I think, yeah. Toward left, so that happened. But that doesn't matter. Then this is when we generally get amazing episodes. Episodes would start having stories, different sets, introducing new elements or supernatural things, and of course the art style was so amazing and classic. And it seems to be that every fan loves it, and hell, they're still using it today with the Beyond era. Oh, we're not there yet. Sorry, guys. I also want to say people complain on how bad the old episodes look and how they look like they're so pixelated, like those old. I found the rake in the forest. Why did I put that in the video? Well, the reason for this is because I guess YouTube didn't handle the animation back then in 2006 all the way to like 2008. And trust me, they looked amazing on Newgrounds. I actually went on Newgrounds to watch some old episodes about Eddsworld, and they look flawless. You can make Zombie Attack look good in Newgrounds, and compare it to YouTube, they are phenomenal. I obviously can't download anything from Newgrounds for some reason, so I can't show that, but there are so many other videos explaining it. I think Tommy Bear did that. He's actually made a whole video about the animation, so go watch that if you want a better explanation than my idiot self. In 2012, Ed sadly passed away, so Tom, Scott, and Matt started a crowdfunding, and with that, the legacy era began. So during Ed's death, he left behind almost half of an episode, so they got a new animator, Paul, to continue the series. And of course, there was a decision where each episode would have a different animator. Of course, you have Paul, who animated with the most episodes, like Fun Dead and the end of Part 1, which we will be getting to soon. Anyways, with each episode having a new animator to bring this to life, it's all different, from Serena Rivers animating Mirror Mirror to Brendan, who animated Christmas Adventure and I think Trick or Threat. We also had more amazing animators with their own very unique art style, like the very bouncy style of Anthony Price, the amazing style of Studio Cacti, and my personal favorite, Hide and Seek. It just has an amazing cartoon art style. There's just too much of them to name, and they're all great in their own way. I also like to say all of them look so like, it's surprising to think this is on YouTube and Newgrounds instead of being on something like Disney XD or Cartoon Network, just like other shows at the time were being aired on. And in 2016, we got the finale of Eddsworld, where Addict returned. Let me remind you, this was an insane thing in the community. Tord wasn't in the thumbnail, and well, I don't think thumbnails were made that then. And it was just crazy. Tord, who left 13 years, well, not 13 years, a while ago in 25th Under the Sea, was returning, and they have a little surprise. Tord is evil. And it all ends with such an amazing finale, like seriously. And this has to be one of my favorite finales for any cartoon out there. It just feels right. The references, the feel, and the build-up. It's just all great. You might disagree because you're more of a I watch Demon Slayer 24/7 person, but this is my opinion and my video. Wait, don't click off.
Time to get back to work.
After 4 years of not uploading on YouTube and Newgrounds, we all supposed it really was the end, and Eddsworld would be staying there. But in 2020, we got a new upload. And little did we know, the crew had so much time for what was coming next. Of course, we had Tomska moving out of the team, new voice actors, except for Matt, and new art style. With Tomska leaving the team, Matt was in charge of the show, but again, one of the biggest decisions was the new animation. It could have been mimicking the old style, or maybe completely making a new style for more generations to come, for new Eddsworld fan and for it to continue. Well, they decided to use the late classic era animation, and that's probably because a lot of people really like that idea, because there was a lot of fan art that used this style, and most of them would rather adopt the legacy era style or use the late classical era style. And personally, I really like it. It looks like if Ed Gold was still working on the show, but with more years of experience, and just looks so much better. I love it. It's perfect in every way. Of course, this is being animated by multiple people because no media can be a one-man thing, especially animation. That's going to take way longer than you think. And for this era, so far we have 4 episodes. And we got a little something. Behind-the-scenes stories, nostalgia comebacks, and a little bit of Monster of the Week. Now, yes, it has been 9 years since Ed Gould's passing. And it's very sad, but that's why we need to appreciate everything we had. And thank Ed for giving most people a childhood, for inspiring thousands of people and befriending them. Ed may be gone, but his world will always be spinning.